I'm Kevin Whites with Outhouse. If you have any questions whatsoever, just put it in the chat and I will answer those questions before we leave today. If you do have a question and it pops into your head later on down the road, you can easily just contact your account manager or you can contact me directly. And my number is 602 371 4394. 602 371 4394. And my email is kevinw@outhouse.net. kevinw@outhouse.net. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Site plans. Let me share some screens. Many of you know that we can do the graphics for you, or you can provide your own graphics. This particular graphic is one that we did for a site plan for Discovery Land down in the Bahamas. So for the record, if anybody has a spare $35 million, this spec home is still available, and I will volunteer to be your pool boy for absolutely no charge. All I want to do is stay in the guest house for free. So anyway, pool boy offer stands for free. So anyway, so the graphics can look in any way you want them to look. A lot of you are more accustomed to our typical look, which is this. All of you are platinum clients in regard to our interactive floor plans, but on our site plans, we actually have two platforms. We have gold and we have platinum. The difference between the two is this. Gold is you can just look at the lot status in real time, and you can type in whatever information you want, like this one up here, the 2112 model. Anybody know what that is a reference to? If you guessed Rush, you're right, because it is based on Rush. It's a Rush album. So anyway, so that's the real-time status you can show on the gold maps. But a lot of you also use our platinum maps. And the platinum maps aesthetically look the same, or at least they can. In this particular case, it looks the same. But a few upgrades that some of you do or do not use is that you can add hotspots. So if you have a photograph of the view of what the backyard of these homes, what their view would look like, you could drop it in there. Just drop in a hotspot to show what that site would look like. In addition to that, you can also have the hotspots don't have to be a picture. They can be a link to a virtual tour. Like let's say you have a virtual tour that you've paid for handsomely through the nose for a community center. You could have that community center VR right on there so people could see what it is. Or it could be a video welcoming the prospective buyers to the new community. Okay, so that's that. On top of that, you also can hover over a lot to see what is built, what can be built, okay? And those also tie directly to your interactive floor plan. So you can click on this and actually go into that floor plan to see what the floor plan is built that's at that location. Now, when you click on an IFP floor plan prior to this new announcement, it would just drop you into the static IFP, not static IFP, but the origination interactive floor plan. So no matter how it's built. However, we kept getting questions on how can we showcase a home that is a spec build. And there used to be a roundabout way of doing it where you can save a plan, you can give that link, that new save plan link to your IT people that can put on the website. We've gotten rid of all those things. Now, you can go to, let's say I'm going over here to lot 40 or 24 and I'm going to build a Meadowlark plan. I can come up here to the edit button and select that I'm going to make this an inventory home. I can now come down here and pick select plan. It's going to be the Meadowlark. And normally you would select what the elevation is going to be and what the orientation is going to be. But we've gone a step ahead of that. Now you can save a configuration. So in this case, we titled that save lot 24. And when I do that and I hit save, notice these grayed out. They grayed out because I've already configured the home on the IFP. So because I've already configured it, these options don't need to be saved because they're already done. And when I hit save, now that home as configured is in this location. So when my clients click into this, when my potential buyers click into this, they will see that this home is built as such with these, with these 4 additions. We've got the walk-in shower owner's bath. We've got the gourmet kitchen, a powder room, a rear drive-through in the garage. All of those are shown, okay? Now, they can still, once they're there, they can still come in here and make any changes and upgrades and additions they want to do to this home. But every time somebody clicks on it fresh, it's going to show that original way that you set it up as a spec home. Okay, so that is that. And the reason why we want to have it to where it wasn't locked is that you still want to be able to showcase that the home can be built in other configurations, right? So now selling a home, as you well know, it's very easy. You click edit, you pick which plan you want to sell, mark it sold, pick the home, Let's go with Metal again, just because it's the easy one to do. Pick the elevation. I want elevation B, but I want the color scheme too, which is a nice hideous 1984 color scheme. And I think that that lot is only available in Garage Right. Hit save, boom, that's what's going to show up on your website. In addition to that, you also can change that order. Somebody calls up and says, hey, my wife hates the fact that I picked that 1984 color scheme. I want to go with the beige. No problem. Glad you called back, because that lot, I thought it was Garage Right. It's actually Garage Left. So when you hit save, now it's showing that in that capacity. They call you again. They want to cancel the order completely. They're relocating to North Carolina. So they have to cancel their sale, change it back to its original status, hit save, and all the original logic goes back on. Okay. So the key thing that we wanted to make sure you understood is that you can now put spec homes on your Platinum maps. But there are two integrations that you can also include with this. We now have it to where we can tie into your to your CRM integrations that you have on your interactive floor plans. So now it's not just that they can configure your floor plan and save it, and then you get that lead, the name, the phone number, the email of that potential buyer, and the way they configured it. But now when they hit save, if you have an API connection to a CRM, we can configure it to where not only will it show that they saved it, but they'll show that it saved this configuration on this particular lot. So now you can see what lot this potential buyer is interested in. All right. We also have another way to where instead of having to come into the back end of Contrado to figure out how all this stuff works, or to update everything, you can actually have it API connected in a push capacity from either like an ERP or from a contracting system. So as long as it is a cloud-based API connectable platform, we can take and have it to where when you're writing up contract for Susie Smith, when Susie Smith's buying the home and you enter all the data points, all the way that she's configuring your home, you hit save, boom, that API will automatically update your map for you on your behalf. So that is another API that we have. Now, the only other question that I had the other day was, what do I have to do to get the spec home in place in my Platinum maps? It's free, it's gratis, it's already on there. You just didn't know it yet. How do I find and make those configuration changes? Well, you saw here, I titled that one lot 24. So when you go back into your Contrado on the back end where you have your saved plans, instead of just seeing, like here we have that lot 24, this was the one that was just configured. I saved it, or actually Craig saved it, and he called it, the lot 24. But all these other ones, see all these other ones that have been saved for the Excel, that's just our demo plan. So we get the demo saves all the time. So now when I have that, let's go back to that same plan. And let's change it to the Axilla, just so you can kind of see the difference here. It's still going to be an inventory home, but we're going to change it to the Axilla. And now when I select this, every one of those saved plans comes in. So one little bit of feedback we're looking for is how much this is showing every saved plan. How much history would you find effective? Just 30 days of history, 60 days, 90 days, all of the history. And again, they're easy to find because you'll be able to see it based off of your title. So I can come in here and I can see my custom Axilla. This is the one I want to put on here. When I hit save, now I can click into this interactive floor plan and see how that was configured. This is actually a graphic that Jim and our marketing department utilized to showcase the features of IFPs, so it can be configured in any way, shape, or form. All right. If you do have any questions, like I said, reach out to your account manager, or you can contact me directly. Be more than happy to answer any questions for you. Again, if you already utilize our Platinum maps, that feature is already in place. API connectivity, we can do that. That would be something you would arrange through your account manager. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining me today. I really appreciate you, and Outhouse appreciates your business and continued support of our endeavors. And we love working with you. So thank you. Have a fantastic weekend, and bye-bye.